introduce our guest today, Chris Morgan, who's the president of NMB Solutions. Chris, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, as part of our re-engineering, I'm now a CEO and not president, but really it's not any different.
Okay. That's good to know. Well, we've got something special today, and we're doing our annual Marketing Impact Awards for 2024. And NMB has actually been recognized as the 2024 Branding ISV of the Year, which is awesome. And this award honors a company that successfully rebranded to improve its positioning within the Microsoft channel. And NMB's rebranding efforts, including a new logo and website, we feel have significantly elevated their visibility and impact in the Microsoft business application space. And we analyzed about 15 ISVs and partners that went through rebranding, and we felt that NMB's actually was the best at conveying sort of who they are in this space. So I just want to congratulate you and the NMB team on winning this award, and thank you so much for being a part of the MSDW community.
Yes, well, thanks a lot, Adam. I mean, we are very honored for this. We've been involved with MSDW for quite a number of years now, and it's been a huge benefit for us. And we really feel that, it's made a big difference. So getting some recognition for what we've just been going through is really, it's great, and we really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. No, that's great to hear. And yeah, we value NMB's partnership as well, and it's been a fabulous experience working with you over the years. So why don't you tell the audience, if you would, a little bit about NMB and the problems that you solve in the Microsoft space, and how you feel that your rebranding efforts as part of this award have enhanced your presence in the ecosystem.
Sure. Well, NMB Solutions has been around a long time, over 25 years. In the last 20 years, we've been a Dynamics ISV focused on AX, F&O, FNSC, whatever Microsoft calls it today. And we focus on supply chain fulfillment solutions. So bringing in functionality from enterprise level, third-party companies that provide multi-carrier parcel, TMS, compliance solutions. And we develop modules that not only integrate with those, but enhance them and take full advantage of the functionality in the form of native FNSC. The rebrand, what it's really allowed us to do is place a real emphasis on what we bring as a company to our partners and our customers, as opposed to just features and functionality of our products. It's more, what problems do we solve? How do we help? And where we can bring solutions where customers are feeling real pain.
Excellent. So as part of the rebrand, you did a new logo. You completely redid your website, which we both agreed has significantly elevated your positioning. What do you think inspired these changes, and how did you approach the rebranding process as a company?
Yeah, so a couple of things. Our old branding was very much a legacy leftover from a company that we aren't anymore. NMB started out as a AX reseller and integrator, and we don't do that at all, and haven't done that in 15 years. So we really felt that we needed something that far more focused around what it was that we do. And about a year ago, we went through started a whole process of doing a business re-engineering for the company to allow us to really understand what it was that we brought to the table, as opposed to just kind of being all over the place. It brought a lot of maturity into the company and allowed us to focus on our core values and our core focus. So what we wanted as part of that, as this internal change, is we wanted an external um, a way of showing what it was that we were doing internally that would allow
Mm,
us to, to communicate that message to our customers and our partners. So the
hmm.
branding was very much focused on allowing us to be able to portray that image.
Yeah, interesting, and that makes perfect sense. And I'm sure every company watching this who has gone through a rebranding, MSDW included, knows how complex it can be. And for those companies that are thinking about going through a rebrand, can you talk about some of the challenges, if any, that you faced during the rebranding process, and sort of how you and your team overcame them?
Yeah, I mean, we faced challenges. I mean, the very first thing was deciding whether or not we were going to actually keep our company name. The
Mm,
name NMB no longer really means anything based on what it was originally,
hmm.
and we're no longer associated with the company that that name comes from. So we were really, there was a lot of internal debate on whether or not we were going to keep the name, but we ended up deciding that, our reputation is very much focused around who we are,
Mm.
and the name is what our customers and our partners know, and changing it, was going to bring in a lot of risk, and the efforts that it would take to mitigate that risk would have been very expensive. So,
Sure.
companies change their name because they want to disassociate themselves from their previous name, and or they get bought.
Mhm,
But
mhm,
in our case, we just didn't feel the need to change the name. So then once we decided to keep the name, we then debated how we were going to go about doing this and whether we were going to hire a design firm.
mm,
But what we ended up doing is we basically went to all of our staff and set it up as kind of a contest to find out, if, first of all, if any of them could come up with something that that would reflect who we are and what we want to achieve.
mhm,
And one of our most recent hires came up with this amazing logo. And not only that, but a whole suite of logos for our products that go along with it. And we were so impressed. I mean, lots of people came up with great ideas, and we actually incorporated ideas from several people. But
mm,
basically, we took all of that together, and then the marketing team just ran with it,
mhm,
and that have really done a fantastic job with it. And what it's done for us is it's really created a sense of ownership amongst all of the staff in the company that,
mm,
this was all of their decision to
mhm.
go down this road and come up with this particular branding.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I like the collaborative approach, as opposed to just relying on sort of an external agency that might not be too familiar with NMB and the culture that you've developed. So yeah, I think that's a really interesting approach. And I haven't heard that very often from other companies that have gone through a rebrand. They just typically will do a full outsource
Right.
to an organization for that. So that's really interesting.
And
Um,
as for
yeah.
the website, what we did is basically the marketing team decided to take direct control of the
Mhm,
website and all design and content. And this allows them to very closely design the website around our marketing messaging. And it also allows them a great deal of flexibility in being able to adapt the website when we have specific campaigns or anything on the go.
mhm,
And really honestly, you work with our marketing team, you know what they're like, but I am so impressed with the work they do. They very talented and very driven, and a lot of this is on them pulling this off.
mhm. Yep, and, I one of the big things for how we decided, which company would win this award was sort of the user friendliness of the site, and the ease of navigation, and that is something that your marketing team really hit out of the park, I can honestly say. So it's not easy to do.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really great achievement. So is there anything else that you'd like to share about your rebranding journey, or kind of advice for other companies considering a similar initiative? And also feel free to share any exciting news or upcoming initiatives happening at NMB as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the biggest thing for us is that the marketing change wasn't just it wasn't just something to cover up, what was there before. It was basically part of this whole process we're going through, re-identifying who we are and where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that, like we have a lot of messaging around the fact that we sell directly to customers, but our primary focus is working with Microsoft implementation partners.
Yeah.
And the messaging is very different between what we message to a customer and what we do for partners. Because for
Mm-hmm.
partners, we very much are focused on letting them understand that engaging with us reduces the risk in their overall ERP projects. Like this is a whole area of supply chain that they don't need to worry about.
Mm.
And that not only do we have great products, but we have the expertise internally
Mm-hmm.
to implement these products, work with the customers, work with the partners, and so that's what we were trying to get across with a lot of the messaging that we did. And yeah, so I mean that's really it needs to be core to your business. Like you need to really, your messaging needs to be focused on what it is that you're trying to have your customers and your partners see in you.
That makes complete sense. I completely agree with that 100%. I think that's phenomenal advice. So as we wrap up, I just want to once again give a big congratulations to you and the NMB team for winning the 2024 MSDW Branding ISV of the Year. So thank you very much for being such a valued partner to MSDW, and thank you for being such a valued ISV to the entire Microsoft Business Applications community. So thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you, Adam. We really do appreciate this. It's a big honor for us.
I'm Adam Berezin, co-founder and CEO of MS Dynamics World, and I want to take a moment to thank all the ISVs and partners who worked with us this year. The MSDW Marketing Impact Awards are our way of celebrating those who went above and beyond to drive engagement, build thought leadership, and deliver impactful results in the Microsoft Business Applications community. We're honored to recognize your creativity, your innovation, and your dedication to shaping the future of this ecosystem.